can. There's a trend going around called NPC Lives. And this is where people act like secondary characters in video games. Do you think that trend or trends like that have any advice that you can give in relationship to that? Or do those trends teach us something in terms of marketing?
Well, of course they teach us something. It's funny and it's silly and it's weird and it's not something that I personally would like, but it's creative. And that's the one thing that you can say about it. But the problem with trends, especially people who are chasing trends, is if they don't turn it into something sustainable, eventually that trend goes away. Eventually NPC probably isn't going to be a thing, or this version of it, it'll morph into something else. And so anybody that's going to be truly sustainable long term is going to be thinking about, okay, as I capture and develop this audience that knows me for one thing, how do I help them understand the rest of the things I do in my content creation, or where I'm going to be going, or not solely be devoted to one thing. Because this is something that's very common amongst influencers and content creators. They jump on tidal waves of trends, and then when that trend dies out, they're only known for that thing. They never transition it into something else. There's no other business that sits behind it, or no other content that sits behind it, and then it just kind of ends, and it's like, great, well, I have 100,000 followers or 1 million followers, and I have no idea to do with it, and they don't even pay attention to what I'm doing anymore anyway. So it's just the same as having 0 followers as it is having 100,000 followers that don't follow you or anything anymore. But what I love about it is that it's creative, it's different, it's something you haven't seen before, although it's already getting to the point where it's cliche and you see a lot of people doing this. And there are so many different ways to make money. If you can make money doing it that way, great, more power to you. The only thing that I would worry about in that type of model is that I don't control it. All of my revenue is coming through a big platform, whether it's TikTok or YouTube or something else. I want to diversify that revenue. I want to have somewhere that I take people over time that's either my system or other systems, so that if TikTok isn't working anymore, or God forbid something goes wrong or your account gets banned, that you have money coming in from other places.